fellow speakers. I came in a dark and humorless mood tonight, but you've cheered me up. And this speech did too. So I'll rattle through an evaluation of it, and we'll see what we see at the end. Interesting title, I thought, Progress. Salutation was good. Good positive opening. I hope all of you agree that public speaking, you were all here for public speaking, so it's making progress. That was interesting. It was arresting. Good eye contact, some use of notes, and on one or two occasions, tiny little bit of laboured use of notes, but good variation of voice. Some well-chosen gestures, keys in back pocket, leaping forward. Desperate for the loo. How did that come in? I can't quite remember, but it was a good whole body gesture, as they say. Keyless keys need a key. Interesting little gestures along the way. Some wide vocabulary, some interesting word pictures. T-Rex, a good old Amstrad computer, Mozart music, good variation in word pictures. Clear theme developed with incidental humour. Comedy is tragedy plus time. I felt a bit low at that point, I have to say. Comedy is tragedy plus time, but it's probably true. We laugh at things that were sad at the time, but now can be made funny. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes. Don't make jokes about President Putin one day, I'm sure. if we get over things and live to see it. But then, keyless cars need keys. Sat nav is French, don't recognise English postcards. Clever use of little sprinkles of humour, I thought, in this. Anecdotes, not jokes. We don't want jokes in speeches like this. It's about anecdotes, that little things sprinkled amongst the speech, and I enjoyed all of them. Then, there's a point about this speech that I thought was interesting, because it's kind of unusual to use humour to make a serious point. You can do it, but it's a tricky thing to do. And I thought it came off here. Technology replaces the planning and the decision-making that's been our legacy for all these years, ever since the Stone Age, I suppose. Did they make good decisions in the Stone Age? I suppose they did, since we're all still here. Progress should make things calmer, easier and simpler. So we got to the point where the humour kind of had drawn to this point. I thought that was clever. I enjoyed it. Conclusion of speech. A speech like this needs a conclusion. Just because technology can be invented, it should not become we should, just because we can. So that was a serious point at the end of the speech, and I thought it did well with everything that had preceded it. So my evaluation at the end of the day, I told you I was in a humorless and hard mood. Well-constructed speech with a strong line of reasoning, sprinkled with humorous anecdotes, gaining audience rapport, and definitely a success. My one learning point, I think, out of all of it really, there's only one learning point, and it's not a criticism of the speech, but I'd like to see the speaker speak without notes. And if I could digress just a moment, now that I've returned from my long sojourn in doing something for you as Director of Education, I'd like us to do a few tutorials on speaking without notes, and learning to speak without notes, and just share the techniques of doing that. Brian does it all the time, and the rest of us can learn. So, to the speaker, who I'm not allowed to name, Julie, I did watch your evaluation session. You kindly sent it to me in the link. I thought it was really good. I've tried to use it as best I can. I thought it was a really, really good speech, good use of humour. Well done, move on.
I'll drink to that.
Well done. Thanks, John, and well done.